Dear Derry, welcome to Motivational Monday. For those of you who have never seen Motivational Monday before, it is the day that I try to come up with something to be, surprisingly enough, motivational, to help people get past the stumbling blocks that hit them in everyday life. Not major, blockades to everything that they want to do, the little stumbling blocks, which sometimes are even worse than the big blockades that we have to deal with every day or in our lives. It's the little ones. That's where that phrase, "it's not the mountain ahead that wears you out, it's the grain of sand in your shoe," that's kind of what that one is indicating. It's the little things that nag you every day that wear you down more than, knowing that is there. So today I figured I would talk about something that I often have a problem with, and that is a sense of self-confidence. I have sometimes some serious self-confidence issues. Big time. I mean, when I say that we are all our own worst critics, I mean that in every possible sense. We will always tear ourselves down. Usually. I mean, I shouldn't speak in absolutes and say always. A lot of times people will tear themselves down worse than anybody else ever will. But with regards to confidence in and of itself, this one I can definitely speak from experience. But rather than go with some inspirational quote by some historical figure or whatnot, I want to go with two fictional characters one fictional character that said something specifically about it, and one fictional character that had to deal with it. The first is Counselor Troy in Star Trek: The Next Generation, as portrayed by Marina Sirtis. I think it was the first season. The episode was Loud as a Whisper. And it's the one where Riva, the deaf guy, he has his chorus of three interpreters, basically. And when they're gone, he's lost. He's absolutely he doesn't know what to do with himself. He has been so dependent upon them that without them, he doesn't know how to function. And Captain Picard kind of asks Counselor Troy, "Can't you do something to help him?" And she says, "Confidence is belief in oneself. It can't easily be given by another." Which I was like, that's really cool. And unfortunately, it is also very, very true. Confidence definitely comes from within. People can try to bolster you, and they can try to give you a sense of confidence. But if you don't believe them, you will never, start to feel it welling up inside you, this sense of confidence growing. The only reason that it grows is because you allow it to. So confidence comes from within. The other scenario, the other fictional character that had to deal with this sort of thing, other than Riva, of course. I mean, I'm sure there have been many, but this one is very specific. And this is from The Never-Ending Story, the very first one. Atreyu, he gets he's almost to the Southern Oracle. Falcor's picked him up from the Swamps of Sadness and dropped him off with Professor Eggebuk and his wife Urgel. They've healed their injuries. She's stabbed Falcor in the back with a gigantic syringe. And so he's going to the Sphinx Gate. But they're watching through the telescope. And this knight in very shiny golden armor rides up, and as he's passing between the sphinxes, they open their eyes and they just blow him up. I mean, they obliterate him. And Atreyu was like, crap, that was not cool at all. So Atreyu goes down there, and he's walking between the the things. And as he's passing through, he's okay until he gets to the night. What's left of the night, anyway. The armor is laying there, and the wind blows and knocks the visor open, and there is this still somewhat juicy but decidedly skinless, head inside the helmet, and it shakes him. He jumps back, and he's frightened, and he starts to doubt himself. He starts to doubt his ability to pass this trial, and that is exactly what makes you lose this trial. If you're going to fail it, that's what's going to cause it, is a sense of self-doubt, the lack of self-confidence. Because that's what the knight had. He was relying on his armor to protect him because he didn't feel like he could do it himself. So, Atreyu musters up his courage, and you see the determination on his face. He's like, no, I can do this, damn it. And he runs and he bolts, and they still take their shot because the test pushed him as far as it could. If his self-confidence was perfect, they never would have fired, but they wanted to push to see if he backed down again. And so when he didn't back down, they missed him because he had the confidence to say, no, I can do this, and go for it. So that would be kind of my thing there. The sense of self. Okay, that was my stumble. Now I can see the eyes opening, and they're going to shoot me, so I will just barrel on ahead and actually say that your sense of self-confidence, sorry, comes from within. Other people can help you. They can offer their support. They can offer their encouragement, but it is you who must foster from within the growth of this sense of self-confidence. It is you that must nurture it and help it to grow. And you who must take those steps and do what you need to do, with that sense of confidence. So there you go. Okay? Okay. Don't get shot by Sphinx's eyes. Yeah, that thing. Just go. Do it. Be careless.